So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront, and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. Okay, so the thing everybody says they don't like is change. Do you like change in your life? Do you want to change something? It's kind of one of those double-edged swords. I think we don't like it, but sometimes you really want it. It's like, man, I got to change something, right? It's hard to do, though. How do you do that? Kind of scary, too, because sometimes while life is, or certain parts of your life, I don't know what it is, but it may not be perfect. I got to change this. At the same time, a lot of it is pretty good, okay? It's like I'm comfortably miserable, but at least I'm comfortable, right? So what do we do? Well, don't worry, it's not just you, it's everybody. It just happens. We'll talk about that today. But I'm going to talk about where you are in your change process and how you're thinking about change, and maybe that'll help, okay? It is The Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com. My name is Scott Smith. How are you? Some words, some wisdom, some wisecracks. I can't control it. I'm so sorry. I know some people say, Scott, you got to be more serious about life. I'm saying, why? It makes no freaking sense. Yeah, I'm serious about life, but if we can't have fun and enjoy yourself, then why would we? If you're a fuddy-duddy, a stick in the mud, this is not your podcast. If you like some words, some wisdom, and some wisecracks, welcome. Glad to have you. You're my tribe. Okay, so today, let's talk about that scary thing called change. When I talk about change, it's change your life. It's change about anything. You change your clothes. I don't care. I have seen my wife. We're going to go out to dinner. We're going to go someplace, and she's in the closet because we have a big closet. You go in the big bathroom, then there's a big closet. She has a big closet. I have the small closet. I have seen her go in there, and she's having a change crisis. I can tell because she puts an outfit on, she looks in the mirror, then she changes it again. It happens. It doesn't matter what it is. Sometimes my dogs don't eat their food that we gave them, so we have to change the food to get them to eat. And with the dog, you get them started, and they just keep eating, which is kind of like me, too. Get me started. You know what I mean. Chili cheese fries at Outback. That's pretty awesome stuff. Change is weird, but Winston Churchill said a long time ago, the change is the only constant we have in life. So I like to talk about something different than change. I like to talk about transformation. So lots of times when people work with me, It's seemingly, Scott, I want to change something. Let's talk about change. I'm thinking you don't want change. What you want is the thing on the other side of it. You want to transform from where you are today to where you are tomorrow. So maybe you can think about that if you want to do something else in your life. You're scared of maybe the process you have to go through, like dying. Nobody's really afraid of dying. They're afraid of the process of dying, right? Whoa, talk about a transformation. That's like the ultimate one. But most people, it's transformation that you want. So let's just use that word. How's that? Because that's what I am. I'm not a change coach. I'm not a life coachy coach kind of guy. I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm interested in one thing. What do you want? And can I transform you to get it? That's it. If we can't do that, I'm a failure. Oh, I don't like to be a failure. But stopping smoking, losing weight, getting a better job, all that kind of stuff. Transformation is the key, but it does come in some predictable stages. So that's what I kind of want to talk about today. And let me frame this up for you just a little bit. Most folk, including you and me and everybody else, we don't think too much about what's really going on here in the mind. And these days people go to ChatGPT and say, hey, what's going on in the mind? No, you don't say that, do you? I can't figure stuff out. That's what you say. But there is a process going on here. It's a natural process, and it can feel like a really very frustrating process. I know this because I live it just like you do, and I work with thousands of people, and they're doing the same thing. And what they don't know is I know what they're going through because I've done it so many times. There is a process like anything else that goes through. If you're going to mow the lawn, you got to go get the mower out. You got to put gas in. I got to check the oil. Things like, well, okay, I'm not really good at checking the oil. It kind of falls in the same category. I don't check the oil. I just wait until it stops. I buy a new one. Same thing. It took me years to figure out you actually don't have to buy a new car when your tires wear out. You can actually buy new tires. Go figure. It's weird. I know. And I'm not lying on that. It's total truth. So there's a process we all go through with just anything we're going to do. And the process is typically one that actually scares people. And typically, come here, real close. Have you ever been, I know what I need to do. I know what I want. I can see it fairly clearly. If you're lucky enough, some people can't see it clearly. But if you can see it clearly, I know this is not working. I know this is what I want to work. I don't know how to get there. Or maybe I do know how to get there. But I don't want to go through what it's going to take to get there. Oh my God, it's scary. But the funny thing is, I know this from working with so many people. Again, I say that a lot, but it's true, is that once you kind of know what you want, and once you kind of say, okay, let's go, it's fine. But what are those stages you're going through right now? This will give you some clarity, and there's 5 of them. Once you know these, you can relax. What are they? Well, stage 1, very likely would be not very likely, it is the pre-contemplation stage. Now, I talk about this a good amount of time because I like to educate people on where they are with things. And one of the things that I'm doing when I'm working with you, try to figure out where you are. Where are you in the process? I can't help you if you don't know where you are. If pre-contemplation is the stage when an idea pops into your head for the very first time. Now, God bless my wife because she lives with me and ideas pop into my head 24/7. She hears them the first time. She usually hears them days before they ever get on a podcast, and she hears the ones that never get on the podcast. See, I'm just spitballing. That's all I'm doing. Oh, maybe I should change this. Something's going on. I don't like that. What's going on? I don't like my boss. My war coworkers. I should retire. I'm only 32. You're contemplating things, really pre-contemplating. You're so far in advance, it doesn't really even mean much yet. It's almost like you're not even aware of it yet. It's like you're just kind of creeping around, walking around, cruising around, creeping around. That's weird, but Halloween is coming. And there's something in this, you feel it. You know what I'm talking about? That's usually the thing that begins to move you in a certain direction to stage 2, which is called contemplation.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
It's kind of a middle ground. A lot of people get stuck there. And this can go on for a very, very long time. In fact, it can go on for a lifetime. You may have had some goals or some ideas, some things you want to transform into that you've had sticking there for 25 years. Some of you still have your goals from high school and college, and it's sticking there. And what were you thinking? You're a different person now. Get rid of them. Do something new, okay? But this is where people get stuck. So instead of just being kind of randomly being kind of an idea, now it's kind of landing on you. It's like, wait a second, I need to think about this. Things are not really right. I don't know. What am I going to do? It's a weird spot because this is a space that should I stay or should I go, right? I can transform or not. Should I stay or should I go? I can transform or maybe not. That's why it's so scary. Again, I'm going to focus on the word transformation, not the word change, because we'd all like to transform. But change, I don't know about that, man. So stage 1 is pre-contemplation. Stage 2 is contemplation. And stage 3, it's like, I'm determined. Determination. That's it. Done. Moving past it. Let's go. Made up your mind. Dig in. Here's my plan. Let's do this thing. This is kind of easy to get to. The better you are of saying, I'm clear and let's just go do it. You can jump from being clear and contemplation just to determine, let's go make it happen. The quicker you will change things in your life. But you know that's not always the way it happens, is it? Darn it, man. Why not? People just sit around and wiggle around and they don't get determined. And if they are determined, they're not committed to it, the whole thing. Why is it? Usually I will tell you this. This is the biggest deal. A, you probably don't know exactly what you want to transform into with specificity. You don't know that. And B, you don't quite have the roadmap. You don't exactly know what to do. It might sound kind of like common sense to you, but it is the truth. And so if you were to, stop me for a coffee someplace and buy me a $16.75 cup of coffee, because that seems to be what it costs these days, I would immediately say, so what do you want to do? And if you didn't give me a specific answer, I'd say, not sure I can help you because I don't know what you want to do. And if you did tell me, I would say, okay, great idea. How are you going to do it? And if you didn't know, I'd say, you probably ought to have a roadmap, right? See, what do y'all do these days? You get a GPS. Have you noticed the new GPS these days? Because GPS is everything. Some people use that throwaway term. If you had a GPS, you can go anywhere. Here is the problem. If you're going to transform into something and you have a GPS, what does it do? Well, it pretty much just says, turn left, turn right, keep going. That's what it says. It doesn't actually show you the way you're going. In fact, most times you'll see it's defaulting to you can hardly even see what the route's going to be, unless you got a special GPS that shows you the route. That's what happens. If you know what you want to do, and you kind of know what you want to do, but you don't know the exact steps in between, how could you possibly be determined to get there? Because you don't truly know what the next step is going to be. And I know, man, this is hard. So once you've gone through these transformational stages, you pre-contemplated, you contemplated it, you're now determined to do it, and you're clear on your outcome, and you're clear on the plan you have to do. What do you got to do? That's the wrong button. Push the other button, Scott. Come on, man. You've been doing this 20 years. Push the right button. Yeah. I mean, the truth is, sorry about that. The truth is, you go into action mode. Why don't you go into action mode? I will tell you, you almost never go into action mode if you don't know the outcome that you want to transform into and you don't know the exact roadmap to get there. You will stop, and I will tell you, it's exactly the right thing to do, because why start if you're going to fumble and stumble around? Which is why most of us, including me, will just wait until we absolutely are sure we know what to do. And then we go, right? And the final stage of this whole thing is just maintenance, because it is going to go away. When you do make a transformation into whatever you want to be, it would be nice to sit back and just kind of relax and say, hey, it's going to be fine. I'm good. But it's like the diet. You lose weight, you get in shape, right? I'll go to the gym. I really pump myself up. I look awesome. Right? I'm like an Adonis, right? You got that all going on. I'm good now. I'm just not going to go to the gym anymore, and I don't need to pay attention to my diet anymore. And you just kind of say, I'm good. I already did it. I did the work. Look at me. I'm fantastic looking. And 5 years later, you're on another diet, right? Or getting the Ozempic thing or whatever that is, right? Yuck. See what I mean? Pre-contemplation, contemplation, determination, action, maintenance. Yeah, you're not going to find another podcast on a planet like this one, I guarantee it, which is a really good thing because there's only one me. I hope you can tolerate me. And by the way, I hope you have a great weekend too. I'll be back on Monday because that is what I do. And another Daily Boost.